there's like noise or cats, I have to film this now. Hello strangers, I'm Rachel Venner and this is my TBR for the Contemporary-A-Thon Round 3. I'm also filming this on the third day of the Contemporary-A-Thon because life issues, and I don't know, I just like couldn't get myself round to filming because it's like a video I need to film and I'm just like putting it off. But I can film this one, so yay. The thing is, I set my TBR for the Contemporary-A-Thon like a month ago, and I was like, oh, I'll film it next time I film anything, and I haven't filmed anything since I set it. And it's weird doing it on the third day of the Contemporary-A-Thon because like now I know how much I kind of stick to my TBR and how much I don't. Because like things have changed a little bit. But I figured I'll still discuss the books that I meant to read as well, and how it probably will change more. So I did like a bullet journal spread, and like I said, I did this like a month ago. So ignore the backness that moves. The first challenge for the Contemporary-A-Thon is to read a book with orange on the cover. So I decided to go for I Was Born for this by Oseman. I haven't read anything by Oseman, but this was just such an orange book that it seemed like the right choice. I don't even actually know what this is about. I just have been told it's good. So the second challenge was to read a contemporary that's dark, spooky or taboo. So I kind of went for dark, and that is Amy Chelsea Stacie D by Mary Thompson. And you know, as it is the third day, I can tell you that I read this book. This book also kind of covers another challenge, which is read a contemporary that's a predicted 5 stars, and this was 5 stars. I really liked it. I like most of the book I was just like near tears, but I'm also in that sort of mood where I'm near tears and I'm crying over stupid stuff that's like, this is so emotionally manipulative, but I'm still crying. This isn't emotionally manipulative. This is like softly heartbreaking. It's about this girl who was kidnapped with her cousin, and she manages to escape and returns home without her cousin, and it's just her kind of dealing with everything that's happening to her while everyone's like questioning her where her cousin is. I don't want to say more. Like, I did figure out where this was going because like I read a lot of dark stuff. I know a lot of dark stuff about reality, so when you know those stuff, I don't know, you like this book. Yeah, this was actually a book that was on my really TBR for this year, so I'm glad I got to it. Also, I still really love this cover. I do have like nitpicks with like one thing about it, but I think I'll leave that for the wrap up. So the third, I'm like filming in the middle of the living room, things are gonna be noisy and busy. So the third contemporary, oh, please don't hiss at each other now. The kitten has a death wish because the oldest cat we have doesn't like anyone or anything, so that includes kittens. Oh, everyone loves bad kittens anyway. So the third challenge is to read a Devious contemporary. I've picked one, but I don't know if I could pick a better one for this, but this is what I've got right now anyway. It might change. And that is Radio Silence by Oseman. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of this because I bought it, and like I don't know why else I want to listen to an audiobook. If you've got any suggestions for great contemporary audiobooks or just audiobooks in general, feel free for you to comment down below because I need all those audiobook recommendations. I'm really hesitant with audiobooks, which books to pick to read in audio and which books to read in physical form. And you kind of just don't know until you go for it. I have like a lot of Audible credits, and I'm just like, I need to use those kind of Audible credits before I can cancel Audible, which I think I am just gonna do as soon as I figure out what books I should buy with those credits and then leave. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, comment down below. So my understanding of this book in terms of diversity is that the main character is mixed race and that there's queer characters as well. Like, I've heard something about a demisexual character or an asexual character, which is fun. But I don't know if I should pick a book. We'll see. So the fourth challenge is to read a contemporary in a non-traditional form, which basically just means don't read a book that's straight up prose. So like verse, I just said ebook as well could count, and like audiobook, graphic novels kind of thing. So I had picked How to Be Famous by Caitlin Moreau, as you can see here. The only thing is, I'm really excited for this book, but I also like don't want to rush through it. I might find myself rushing through it anyway because of how good it is, but like I don't want to make myself rush through it, so I've decided I'm not going to listen to this book now. I'll listen to it when I feel like it. So I'll probably read a graphic novel. I mean, I have read a graphic novel for this challenge. I don't recommend this. This is weird and dated for the time it came out in. It's like Walk the Walk. It's like by the Scottish Book Trust. It's meant to be a graphic novel, but it's weird in that it says it's a graphic novel, but it's actually meant to be like this learning tool thing that my library had for some reason just out, and it's not really a graphic novel because all the script, it's got a script and then pictures. So weird. Anyway, so the fifth challenge is to read a contemporary with your initials in it somewhere. I have 2 books on my TBR that can count for this, but the one that's meant to count for it is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is like a mystery set in a boarding school, so that all sounds fun as hell for me. It also has orange, so this has my initials I think actually in order as well, so Etcha, RVS there, so Etcha for me. Maureen Johnson has just like RS if I'm just using like my first and last name and not my middle name as well, but let's go Etcha. So yeah, I'm really excited about this book. This was actually a book I was really desperate to read, and then when I finally got it, it was like, there's other things to read now. It's just the way it is sometimes with books, like you're desperate for it, and then once you have it, it's just so many things to read now. So the sixth challenge is to read a contemporary by an author that's new to you, so an author you haven't read before, and I had picked Solitaire by Oseman, but I've already read a book for this, so I'm not going to read this as a new to you author anymore. I'm going to read this as the orange cover because it has like orange dots on it and this orange spine. Chelsea, who's one of the co-hosts, like recommended her 2 other books, so I don't know if it's like Chelsea's read this or not and doesn't like it. It's her debut novel, so I will give some leeway to her because like your debut novel, unless you're like amazing, tends to be not the best thing you'll ever produce. I suppose you don't want your debut novel to be the best thing you ever produce, but like a lot of authors really go from their first books, so we'll see. Also, Alice Oseman was like 18 years old when she sold this book. So the 7th challenge is to read a predicted 5-star contemporary. So basically a book you think will be 5 stars before you start reading it. So I picked A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, and this also has all my initials on it. So this is basically a kind of Sherlock Holmes sequel thing. It's about the descendants of Sherlock Holmes and John Watson going off and solving murders together, I think. And if you don't know this, but I'm like kind of trash for Sherlock Holmes. Like, not everything. Basically, I like really good Sherlock Holmes stories and like retellings, or I like really trashy ones because I'm trash. And then there's the disappointing middle ones. I'm like, You're not anything. And the cats are everywhere today. That was Pixie. You never see Pixie. So you should feel honoured. So, Sunny and Charlotte. It's fun. I think Charlotte is the name. Is like Sherlock Holmes is the descendant of Sherlock Holmes. To be honest, I have problems with them having descendants. Like, because Sherlock Holmes kind of like died alone. Is kind of the canon. But because he's gay and ace. So yeah, just ignoring that, I just like, it sounds really good, like, because like truly Devious, it's a murder mystery set at a boarding school. The only thing that's slightly hesitant about this is that I've started writing a modernisation of Sherlock Holmes that probably will never see the light of day, or maybe it will. And it kind of sounds similar to kind of what I was planning to do, but I guess that's just the thing when you're taking figures from someone else's literature. You know, it's not completely the same, mine's still quite different, but similar, so slightly hesitant, but fun. I don't know, like I said, I really like Sherlock Holmes, and I really like what Sherlock, like Holmes and Watson dynamics are something I really love. Like, I love that kind of character type. Like, I like a Watson and I like a Holmes together solving crimes. It's basically a lot of my favourite things are that. Actually, I can make a whole series of videos about like Sherlock Holmes like character types and like Watson types that like go together, and I love. But I won't in this video. Also, I have a few library books that I might end up reading because, you know, library books have to go back, and these are all contemporary, so they would fit in. But I don't know what they particularly would go with. So I've got Haunt Me. I think this is a contemporary, but it also seems like I'm not sure whether it's about ghosts of like past, like the ghosts of your past, or actual ghosts haunting you. So I might just leave this one. We'll see. I've got When We Come Apart by Sarah Crossan and by Gowan. I have read both of these authors separately, and this is like the first thing they've wrote together. I don't know a lot about it. It's because like with library books, sometimes I'll just like roughly look at them and then just take them home. Oh, it's about a arranged marriage, sort of. Then we have The List of Real Things by Sarah Moore Fitzgerald. I think I've read a book by Sarah Moore Fitzgerald that I didn't really love, but once again, library, so give chances. Yeah, I read The Apple Tart of Hope by her, which is a book that's really forgettable to me. Like, I don't remember anything that actually happened in it. But that was like a contemporary thing as well. Grace knows the difference between what's real and the strange ideas that float around her little sister's mind. Their parents died. That's real. A secret hotel on the cliff top where their parents are waiting. Definitely not real. When grief strikes again, Grace is determined not to let her sister's outlandish imagination spiral out of control. But the line between truth and fantasy is more complicated than it seems. So, I believe the sister's 16 and the little sister is 6. I've seen that on Goodreads. Yeah. I don't know, it's not very long. It has, I guess it has RS, which is my issues. I don't know, I don't think I know what diversity it is. Oh, I just realised technically I did read a book that's kind of diverse, but also the main character doesn't add to the diversity, which is, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, I kind of like, I think, I like TV, I don't know, I guess with a book that I'm reading specifically for the diversity, I would want the main character to add to the diversity, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my TBR for the Contemporary-A-thon. I did it orange because orange is the colour this year. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do that I haven't like filmed. My hair is also kind of accidentally orange right now. It needs to be done, which is always the way with hair. Like, the colour didn't last very long, and I kind of feel like I want to try and fix the roots because that went wrong. I'm not talking about anything relevant. So that's my TBR for the Contemporary-A-thon. Hopefully you'll be seeing this on the third day, the Wednesday of the Contemporary-A-thon. I finished reading 4 books, which is kind of good. One of them was like an audiobook that I started for an readathon and didn't finish till now. But I finished it, and it was a contemporary, so I will see you with us next time, where I will be probably talking about my own strange readathon, because that's the next video I have to upload, and I don't know what I'm doing right now. Farewell. This makeup makes it look like my eyes are really watery, but it's not. It's because I put red eyeliner on, because that's the person I like to be. Also, I think I might be allergic to it. Just straight up tell you what one of them is. So the third challenge is to read a Devious Contemporary-A-thon. It's about the ancestors of descendants